Please welcome Honourable Greg Rickford.
Thank you and good morning, Rider Nation. For those of you who are, and the rest of you that should be, it's great to be here in Saskatchewan this morning, the energy city of Estevan. I want to thank you for the gracious and warm welcome I received last evening in celebrating with many of the technical experts and international people who have played a significant role in how and why we're here today. I want to say on behalf of the Premier and myself a special warm thank you to Mike Bonilla for his contribution in this process, in arranging this symposium, and of course hosting us here today in his important work. As the Premier said, I'm joined by my colleague, Ed Kramarnicki, the MP for Souris Moose Mountain, a champion for this project in Ottawa, and of course my provincial counterparts from Premier Wall's cabinet. I am excited to be here today, not just because I got out of question period, not just because this is a world-leading initiative, but because I get a peaceful, easy feeling landing in Regina, where my mom was born, where my grandpa was born up in Evesham, Senlac, Saskatchewan, and where my family proudly hails for more than 150 years. It's good to be back home here in Saskatchewan. Joining you folks today in the SaskPower Boundary Dam Carbon Capture and Demonstration Project, and the contributions that it will make to ensure that Saskatchewan's resource economy and Canada's resource economy become a powerhouse of energy resource production and responsible development, a major part of Canada's emerging profile as an energy superpower. Does it sound good, Brad? Right now, uranium, potash, oil and gas, and other resources here in Saskatchewan are in growing demand. In fact, demand all over the world. But today, Saskatchewan is also on the leading edge of clean technology development. And Canada's proud to be here with it, as we say in Rider Nation, to move the chains. Today's CCS project opening celebrates a world first. Sorry, President Obama, we're leading the way on this file. The Boundary Dam project is the first carbon capture and storage project in a coal-fired power plant to be brought into operation. This project represents a major step forward for Saskatchewan and for Canada in the development of world-class, in fact, world-leading clean technology. And I'm proud that our government has made a substantial investment of $240 million in support of this initiative. But as importantly, if not more, to point out that the Government of Canada has more than $500 million into CCS research and development in full cooperation with Saskatchewan, Alberta, and British Columbia, establishing a Canadian CCS advantage and a strong recent research and development foundation, putting us all into a position of global leadership. And that's why and how we're here today. Nous sommes réunis aujourd'hui pour célébrer une première mondiale, l'installation de captage et stockage de carbone et Boundary Dam est la première à voir le jour dans une centrale au charbon. Il s'agit d'une étape marquante pour le Saskatchewan et pour le Canada dans le développement d'une écotechnologie de plus avancée dans le monde. Et je suis fier de ce que notre gouvernement a investi la somme substantielle de 240 millions de dollars à l'appui de cette initiative et, comme j'ai dit, et plus de 500 millions dans la recherche et développement de cette initiative. Combining state-of-the-art carbon capture technology with enhanced oil recovery and carbon sequestration will have great results. We're seeing them already. Right here, the Boundary Dam project will reduce Canada's greenhouse gas emissions by 1 million tons a year. What does that mean to the ordinary average Canadian, perhaps one that's not involved in the energy sector wants to see it developed responsibly, is sensitive to the considerations of the environment. Well, for anybody who cares, that's equivalent to taking more than 250,000 cars off the road annually moving forward while generating up to 110 megawatts of clean power. That's a lot to celebrate, folks. Proving this technology at a commercial scale has posed challenges, potential to reduce the environmental impacts of power generation while helping to significantly lower GHG emissions in Canada and eventually beyond our borders has made it worth the while. The international interest in carbon capture and storage technology is clear. The experts from around the world that are here today that I spoke with last evening, for me, identify a palpable enthusiasm for CCS technology right here in Canada. Indeed, in my most recent meetings with government officials and business leaders in Asia, Europe, and the United States, I continue to hear about the strong interest in CCS technology. Canada, Saskatchewan's expertise in this field will be in high demand. In terms of Canada's resource sector, a recent report by the Analytica advisors highlighted that Canada's clean tech industry is growing faster than every other major sector of the economy. And Canada has built its clean tech capacity into an $11 billion industry that directly employs more than 40,000 people and is expected to grow almost double that by 2022. Altogether, Canada's natural resources industry account directly and indirectly for almost 1/5 of our GDP and more than $1.8 million jobs. So this matters, folks, and we believe that over the next 10 years, there is more potential for $675 billion and beyond to be invested in hundreds of major resource projects in Canada. Projects like this for Canada's resource sector are compelling, and these are truly exciting times for Saskatchewan. So as we look to the future of responsible resource development, we will continue to work and look to Saskatchewan to improve and strengthen on our environmental performance and to reduce environmental impacts associated with responsible resource development. Comme vous pouvez voir, les projections concernant le secteur canadien des ressources sont tout à fait impressionnantes. Quant à la Saskatchewan, elle vit une période captivante de son histoire. Our goal is nothing less than to make Saskatchewan and Canada a global leader in clean technology. With the opening of this groundbreaking project, we are well on our way to achieving that goal. So congratulations to our international partners, SaskPower, your leadership, Premier Wall. And for my part, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Greg Rickford. I'm the Member of Parliament for the Great Kenora riding. It's a privilege and an honor to serve my constituents, and in my capacity as the Minister of Natural Resources, to serve and celebrate you. Thanks.